Ahora sí, ok, muy bien, ahora sí va. Hola amigos, en este video vamos a estudiar el modo subjuntivo en español. El modo subjuntivo en español, the subjunctive in Spanish, it's a way of expressing how the speaker feels about an action that has an independent subject and independent verb. Let's take a look at an example here to understand this a little bit better. So we have this sentence here. María está preocupada. María está preocupada. The other sentence says, José no tiene sueño. José no tiene sueño. So we are going to combine these two sentences. The first sentence, María está preocupada, will express an emotion on this other action. José no tiene sueño. So we are going to say, María hopes that José sleeps early. María hopes that José sleeps early. You can see here the two verbs, okay? The first verb is an emotional verb, and the second verb will be the verb in subjunctive. This is how it goes. Yes, we will have here verbs 1 and 2. The verb 1 is going to be the emotional verb, and the second verb will be the subjunctive verb. Now, this sentence with these two verbs in Spanish, many people would think that it'll be like this. María espera, José duerme temprano. If you say this, María espera, José duerme temprano, your listener will be like this. So we need to do this. María espera que José duerma temprano. María espera que José duerma temprano. Notice the difference between this verb, duerme, and this other verb, duerma. This is the subjunctive conjugation. Because this, José duerma temprano, is a subordinated sentence. It's part of this whole sentence. María espera que José duerma temprano. Espera will be the emotional verb, and duerma will be the subjunctive, the subjuntivo. Okay? So this is what you would like to say. María espera que José duerma temprano. And this is how your listener will be if you say that in Spanish. Okay? Another example here, we have Manuel. Manuel, we have a verb 1 for Manuel. Manuel, we have el bus. El bus will also perform another verb. So Manuel wants the bus to arrive early. Manuel quiere que el bus llegue temprano. Manuel quiere que el bus llegue. Quiere, verb number 1, emotional verb. El bus llegue. Second verb, the subjunctive verb. Llegue, temprano. Okay? The emotional verb here, number 1, and the second verb will be the subjunctive. Manuel quiere que el bus llegue temprano. When do we use the subjuntivo? When are we going to use the subjuntivo? Well, we need an emotional verb, we need que, we need the subject to, and the second verb, the verb to as well. This is going to be the subjunctive, right? We said that this verb is going to be simple present, and this one is going to be the verb in subjunctive. So, we will use the subjuntivo with wishes, desires, needs, preferences, emotions, and feelings in personal situations. We'll speak about that too. Recommendations, requests, doubts. When we use the word ojalá, hopefully, we will also use the subjunctive with speculations. So we can make a quick acronym here and have the acronym WEIRDOS for wishes, emotions, impersonal, recommendations, doubts, ojalá, and speculations. Okay? So we will use the subjunctive in all these situations. And before we move forward with the subjunctive and more examples, we need to make sure that we know how to conjugate verbs in the subjunctive form. The subjunctive conjugation, is probably the most challenging part, because then how to use it, you'll see that it's super easy. So let me go to where am I at? Okay, let's go to the conjugations. So now let's take a look at the conjugations in subjunctive of the verbs ending in ar. For necesitar, we will do this. Yo necesite, tú necesites, él, ella necesite, nosotros necesitemos, ustedes necesiten, ellos, ellas necesiten. One quick thing here, don't pay much attention to the nosotros form because it's not very common. Pay more attention to tú, él, ella, and ustedes, ellos, ellas. Even yo is kind of weird, but might be necessary, okay? Pay more attention to the conjugations for tú, él, ella, and ustedes, ellos, ellas. Hablar goes like this. Yo hable, tú hables, él, ella hable, nosotros hablemos, ustedes hablen. Comprar, yo compre, tú compres, él, ella compre, nosotros compremos, ellos, ellas compren, and so forth. Most of the verbs that end in ar will be regular in the subjunctive form. So we don't need to worry too much. It's super easy, the conjugations of the verbs ending in ar. Let's take a look at the verbs ending in er. They are less verbs. It's a smaller group, but there are a few, just 3 irregulars. Let's take a look at aprender first. Aprender, yo aprenda, tú aprendas, él, ella aprenda, nosotros aprendamos, ustedes, ellos, ellas aprendan. Again, don't pay much attention to this or this conjugation. Focus on these 2 here, tú, él, ella, and ustedes, ellos, ellas. Beber, yo beba, tú bebas, él, ella beba, nosotros bebamos, ustedes beban. Vender, yo venda, tú vendas, él, ella venda, nosotros vendamos, ustedes, ellos, ellas vendan. The verb hacer is the first irregular verb that we will find here, but it copies the root, the stem of the conjugation in present tense. Hacer. In present tense, yo hago. In subjunctive, yo haga. Tú hagas. Él, ella haga. Nosotros hagamos, ellos, ellas hagan. Querer, yo quiera, tú quieras, él quiera, nosotros querramos, ustedes quieran. Tener, yo tenga, tú tengas, él, ella tenga, nosotros tengamos, ustedes, ellos, ellas tengan. Y finalmente, tenemos los verbos que terminan en ir. Okay, for example, escribir. Yo escriba, tú escribas, él, ella escriba, nosotros escribamos, ustedes, ellos, ellas escriban. For vivir, yo viva, tú vivas, él, ella viva, nosotros vivamos, ustedes, ellos, ellas vivan. Again, we have 4 irregular verbs here. Dormir, and they copy the conjugation, the irregular conjugation from present tense. Dormir, yo duermo in present tense, but in subjunctive, yo duerma. Tú duermas, él, ella duerma, nosotros durmamos, ellos, ellas duerman. Pedir, yo pida, tú pidas, él, ella pida, nosotros pidamos, ustedes, ellos, ellas pidan. Decir, yo diga, tú digas, él, ella diga, nosotros digamos, ellos, ellas digan. Y finalmente, ir, yo vaya, tú vayas, él, ella vaya, nosotros vayamos, ustedes, ellos, ellas vayan. Before we continue with the subjunctive, I'll make another video for the subjunctive mode in Spanish. Make sure you get good at the conjugations of the subjunctive, okay? That will be the first step. On a different video, we will speak about the weirdos acronym, and I'll give you a bunch of examples for that, okay? Thank you very much for watching. Yo soy Giancarlo, yo apruebo este mensaje y nos vemos en otro video, okay? Don't forget to like the video. Ciao.